What's good, everybody?
What was that?
James, no really, James Dyson. He's done it again and brought us something that we didn't know we needed. But yet, in a time where we have such an emphasis on the importance of scalp health, the beloved vacuum, now beauty brand, has revolutionized the hairdryer again. And believe it or not, this technology is actually very beginner friendly. You do not have to be a pro stylist like me. So get ready to meet the new Dyson Supersonic Neural. Neural? Anyhow, in this video, I'm gonna give you the rundown. If you don't know me, I am Mel, your main girl, and I have been using the Dyson Supersonic Hairdryer since 2018. And now, in the year of 2024, I am so thrilled to be partnering with Dyson to show you their latest technology. Because I'm so serious when I say that this, and this, and this, these new additions are game-changing and is designed not to burn you. How, you may ask? Well, without further ado, let's get into this review and, of course, some demos. This wouldn't be the Mains by Mel YouTube channel if I didn't bring out my models. So let's see or sense what's really new with this compared to the original Supersonic, which, by the way, isn't going away. This is kind of like the Supersonic's cooler cousin. It's the one that's younger, more talented, has the spunkier wardrobe. It's that vibe, you know? Right? Like, what up, cuz? Well, the biggest difference that we can literally see, the Supersonic Neural actually uses a network of neural sensors. Yes, that's where they got the name. It's giving nervous system. And what happens when you strike a nerve with this thing, for example, you get too close to the goods, these sensors will detect danger, aka potential scalp damage. This reduces the heat of the air to 55 degrees Celsius, which happens to be the optimum temperature for scalp comfort, as well as speedy drying. Because at the end of the day, we are using this for styling. And in the most stylish fashion, you can actually see the LED light color automatically change between high heat, which is red, to medium heat, which is orange, to low heat, which is yellow. And she also glows blue if you turn down all the heat or hit the cool shot. Now you might be asking yourself, why? You know, like, is this really necessary? But honestly, a damaged scalp can result in moisture loss, and hair that grows out dry can be very brittle, very dull, and barely have a chance. Once the hair has left your head, it's dead. Nothing can bring it back to life. All we can do with hair products is make it look and feel better. But if it's already growing out in a poor condition because the health of your scalp is not optimized, you're gonna find that you really struggle with maintaining your hair because it's already growing out damaged. It may have a change in texture, and these are things that we can avoid by preventing damage from external stressors, such as excess heat on the hair and scalp. We're going to protect the scalp's barrier by not using excessive heat, but also not leaving it wet all day long. We do want to be drying. We just want to protect the scalp and hair with the right temperature level of the air. Now here's the thing. The Scalp Protect mode is only applicable on 2 of the 5 attachments that the hairdryer comes with. But they're also the only 2 attachments that it's relevant with, because with these, you're probably getting really up close and personal. But the thing is, you can also turn off Scalp Protect mode. Or if I did need to take a little break, if my hand started to cramp, instead of turning the dryer off, you can just take a pause. Pause detect mode on. This is a feature they introduced with the Air Straight, and what's happening is the machine also has motion sensors. And so if you put the machine down while you're using it without turning it off, it will automatically decrease the airflow as well as deactivate the heater, which is why you will see it glow blue and also get a lot quieter. This is just for easier styling, so you don't have to turn the machine off and on a million times. It pauses for you. And now finally, I know my regular audience has been waiting for this. There is a brand new attachment, but not just that. all 5 of the attachments just got cooler. Or rather, the machine got smarter. Each of the attachments has unique magnetic markers that inform the dryer which attachment is in use. So if you like switching between tools, the dryer can recognize which attachment you're using, and it will actually remember the last heat and airflow setting that you used, automatically switching between modes for you throughout your styling routine. It's like, you remember me? You remember that I like to use high heat, high speed? What? Or that I actually prefer a cooler setting when I'm using the wide tooth comb attachments. Now the tool automatically changes for me, which just makes the dryer feel a lot more personal and a lot more convenient. It definitely helps to simplify the routine, which, speaking of, that's pretty much the rundown on all the new technology. But how can we use these in our styling routines? Let's demo, shall we? Because we need to get into this new Wave plus Curl Diffuser attachment. Yeah. Oh boy. This should almost have just soaked my head in the sink, but alas, my hair has been sitting wet, drying in a clip for hours now, and that's not very scalp protect of me. Do as I say, not as I do. Thank you. Now that I can actually talk about it, this is the curl routine I'm going in with. It's from Aveda. They revamped and relaunched their Be Curly collection, which, listen, back to like the very first, second, third videos of me on this channel, and I'm using Aveda Be Curly and my Dyson Supersonic. And now we've all evolved together, and it's really, oh God, it's really emotional for me. Very cool how times are changing. How times are changing. I prep with this. It's the Curl Perfecting Primer, and she really does that. Just a little bit of curl cream. This is the Curl Enhancer Cream. New formula, but new and improved. And I'm just gonna go in with my bounce curl brush to define. Now, as a color coordinating lover, am I absolutely obsessed that 2 of my new favorite tools are matching? Obviously. It just makes my little hairy heart happy. There is a different colorway of this, though. There is the Vinca Blue with the topaz, but this is the colorway Ceramic Patina with the topaz. And personally, I mean, it's a little bit closer to the green family, which does it for me. And last, I applied the Coil Definer Gel. Gel for Mel, come on, just a touch. While I'm styling my hairs, I'll walk you through all 5 of the attachments. There's the gentle air attachment. This is great for that quick drying. It evenly dispenses the airflow. Very simple yet gentle. And this attachment works with the scalp protect mode, as well as the styling concentrator. Now this is great for precision styling. This wide and very thin nozzle allows for very precise air. This is great for smoothing out the hair. Then there's Dyson's very unique flyaway attachment. This helps to tuck away any shorter strands that might make the hair look frizzy for a smoother, sleeker finish. There's the wide tooth comb attachment, which of course helps to stretch out the hair. It can lengthen your styles. I particularly like it to focus on my roots, but I'll demo that for you in a second after we diffuse. And which one are we going to use? Oh my God, this is entirely new. I've never seen any diffuser like it on the market. It's Dyson's new Wave plus Curl Diffuser. And what really makes this unique is there's actually reversible airflow. So using just the bowl is referred to as dome mode. As you can see, it has these vents throughout the side, but the air actually comes from out of here around the rim. There is no air blowing out. It actually blows down and around. So when I turn this on, I feel nothing. So in order to feel the air, you want to scoop and cup your hair. And because the hair can really bunch up and scrunch in such a way in this bowl, the hair won't be as squished as it may be on other diffusers, and overall may help you enhance your waves and curls. Okay, are we ready? I'm gonna release and show you what this first section of hair looks like using the air bowl. Whoa. Now the thing I will say about dome mode with the reversible airflow is that it doesn't quite dry the roots that well. Like, I am right up to my scalp, and I love it because I can use a high heat and high airflow setting, and I don't feel the effects of that. Like, this is pressed right up against my head. It's not using any of the Neural Scalp Protect sensors, but just due to the dome engineering, I can really near my scalp with this thing and not feel anything. So what I would recommend is actually clicking on the diffuser to activate diffuse mode. This is going to reverse the airflow, so now I feel it out here and I'm able to dry the roots. And in a perfect world, if I were doing this reversible airflow, I would hover, diffuse, and dry my roots first, and then dome mode to dry the ends. Now see, I always love using the diffuser as a scalp massager as well. This new diffuser actually has longer prongs, similar to the diffuser attachment on the Air Wrap. They stick out farther than the original diffuser attachment, which again is great if you like scratching, or some people do like to use the diffuser to help stretch their strands. So while in diffuser mode, you can really get a more relaxed look. If you wanted more elongated curls, you can simply hover, you can slightly stretch by pulling down with these prongs, almost acting like a brush. By the way, you can see the bases of all the attachments are a little bit longer. They fit deeper into the hairdryer, which means they're even sturdier on here compared to the original model, which also had a very strong magnet and wasn't going anywhere. If you do like using this to kind of comb your hair, the Supersonic Neural attachments are really gonna stay on there. Now, just a couple notes on things I did notice. If you have very fine hair, maybe you have thinner ends, especially wavier hair, you might want to scoop the hair with the diffuser off and then turn it on. Let the ends dry and then release, because the air in the bowl is quite powerful and I find it might want to swirl the hair around. So just place the hair in the bowl first and then turn it on. And I do want to mention another really fun and useful way to use this. If you're a roller girl, you can also use this like a hood dryer and really set these curls in place by adding a little bit of heat, then turning off the heat or hitting the cool shot. And you'll notice when you're using a diffuser, you're usually staying in one place for a long time. And so the pause detect mode doesn't work with the diffuser attachment. If you're anything like me who gets a little bit lazy when diffusing, this will also allow you to do your hands-free diffusing with a stand, which allows me to just sit under my blow dryer. You're just gonna wanna turn it into diffuse mode so the air actually reverses towards you and relax as usual, which is smart. That makes the most sense. That way you can really hold it in place. You really thought of everything, James. The air that comes out of here is ultra diffused, ultra gentle. It doesn't blow the hair away to create frizz, but it doesn't lack on the power either. It's super high power, especially on the high power modes with both heat and airflow. So it always dries the hair very, very quickly. And even on the highest and hottest heat settings, you never have to worry about the dryer exceeding 100 degrees Celsius because it's regulating the temperature of the dryer every 40 seconds with the intelligent heat control. That is a feature used in all of the Dyson hair tools. And then pop this off. I'm a big fan of using the wide-tooth comb attachment, and what I would do now that I have the Supersonic Neural is I'm going to program it to have a lower temperature setting because I'm going to be using this right up to my scalp. And then every time I pop this tool on, it's going to remember what I set it to. I just think that is so cool. And I like to use this just to make sure my roots are nice and dry. I gently stick the comb in, turn it on, and I can even use this to pick out and stretch out my roots for more volume. Now, the other attachment that's really great for this is also the gentle air attachment, and this would have the scalp protect mode, so I don't even have to pre-program it to be cool. It's gonna automatically detect if it's close to my scalp and cool down for me. Can we just take note? I'm also at this point really just showing off how good my gel cast is. Can we see how intact these curls are even though I'm going in full force with this thing? Like, I haven't scrunched it out yet. You can see why this has been my go-to routine. It has been my everything lately. Well, let's fluff it out. Absolutely not a sign of a frizz in sight. That all comes down to how hydrated my hair was, the styling products I used, the defining tools I used, and also the drying tools. I'm sure the more and more I use it, I'll pick up some more tips and tricks. This literally just launched though, and I'm still testing it out, and I have been absolutely obsessed with it. I think if you're really into your scalp and hair care, and you're also just into really high-tech beauty, this is, I mean, it's revolutionary. It always means absolutely everything that Dyson focuses so much on hair health above all else. Like, that is the top of their priority. And personally, that means a lot to me because, well, my hair is everything, and healthy hair comes from the scalp because that's where it's growing, not from the ends. In case there are some people unsure where the hair is growing from, it doesn't grow from the ends, it grows from the roots. So let's not forget that, and remember to take care. I'm going to link the Supersonic Neural for you and your hair in the description box below. I want to thank Dyson again for partnering with me on this video, and thank you for watching. I am sweaty, I am a little sticky, so I'm gonna get going, and I will see you in the next video. Peace! A moment, please. For the look, do you see it? Do you see it? You. My supersonic senses are tingling. I've been so thirsty. Without a healthy scalp, there is no healthy hair. So what are we doing here? I'm just a girl. Healthy scalp barrier will result in healthier, hairier for your derriere. Have you noticed that I'm kind of whispering and trying to use my soft voice? It's because it's 3 a.m. and my parents are sleeping in the next rooms. Well, that's it for me.